Our next inductee enjoyed a superlative and prolonged career marked by an amazing 40 lifetime wins. Included were a pair of Breeders' Crown successes and a smart victory in the Canadian Pacing Derby, en route to record earnings of $5 million for a pacing stallion. His remarkable 4 O'Brien Awards included recognition as Champion 3-Year-Old Pacing Colt and Champion Older Pacer twice. He also earned Horse of the Year honors in 2018. The Canadian Horse Racing Hall of Fame is proud to induct McWicked.
Grit, determination, and raw talent propelled McWicked through a 7-year racing career that saw him make 40 appearances in the winner's circle and take a record of 146-2 over the Red Mile. Purchased at 2 by Ed James's SSG Stables, the ungelded son of McCardle Western Sahara was trained for much of his career by Casey Coleman, while also spending time under the tutelage of Julian Miller at age 2, Steve Elliott at age 5, and Jimmy McDonald during winters. 2018 was arguably the biggest year of McWicked's career when at age 7 he had wins in both the elimination and final of the Ben Franklin, William Houghton Memorial, Canadian Pacing Derby Final, Aldridge Farms Open, setting his lifetime mark of 146-2, the Dan Rooney Invitational, Breeders' Crown Final, and TVG Open. A record of 12 wins, 3 seconds, and 2/3 in 19 starts saw him sweep the Aged Pacing Horse and Horse of the Year honors at both the O'Brien and Dan Patch Awards. His 2018 bankroll of over $1.6 million made him the oldest horse at the time to top the North American harness racing earnings standings at the age of 7. Other stakes wins during his career include the Max Hempt, Adios, Pennsylvania Sire Stakes Final, Progress Pace, Joe Garrity Jr. Memorial, and the Mohawk Gold Cup.
McWicked with one final push. McWicked gets up to win. It's McWicked and Miller.
Among the stakes he won twice were the Breeders' Crown, Dan Rooney Invitational, Jim Ewart Memorial, and the Aldridge Open Pace. In total, McWicked was the recipient of 4 O'Brien Awards and 5 Dan Patch Awards. At the time he was named to the Canadian Horse Racing Hall of Fame, his $5.1 million in career earnings made him the richest pacing stallion in the history of the sport.
Making the presentation this evening is McWicked's main trainer, Casey Coleman, and accepting is McWicked's owner, Mr. Ed James. All right, we're actually going to interview Casey and Mr. James here, so let's just, can we just let's just go over this way, Ed. Ed's a very stubborn man. All right, so, all right, we are going to ask a question of both of you. Are you ready, Ed?
Yes.
Okay. I want to ask you, Ed, which one of McWicked's victories, of the many that he had, which one was the most nerve-wracking for you?
Strangely, I don't very often get nervous. And the story with this horse and the story of the one behind him were amazingly simple and amazingly rich. The first one, I was standing at the edge of the track in Halifax, or not Halifax, but in Florida. And a horse come out in the racetrack, took off out of the gate, and as soon as he got in the next gate, he took off out. And so the fella saw me watching, and he said he does it every time we take him out. He goes in. We can't do a thing about him. So what? Next year, I pick up a book of a horse that was him. So I bought him. I paid, and next year I saw I was in the sale, I paid $40,000 for him. The ultimate story was this horse made 50 million. No, not 5 million.
5, yeah. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh, there's a very little difference between 10 million and 50 million. You won't live long enough to spend the money.
It's very true. It's very true. All right, and that is the story of how you bought McWicked, right?
Pardon me?
That's the story of how you bought McWicked.
Well, that's the story about McWicked. I'm sorry. The young lady standing over here is the one that made the ultimate money, because she is, without any doubt, one of the best trainers in North America in our style of horse.
Agreed there. Agreed. So let's ask Casey with that. Let's ask you. You've often said McWicked refuses to lose. Most of us will never own or train a horse like this. So tell us what a horse that refuses to lose is like in the day-to-day.
I must say just his demeanor in the barn, like he just, like I said, he refuses to lose. He just, it didn't matter what was, if he was part sick that week, sore that week, if I couldn't train him up properly because he was having some kind of issues or bad track conditions, bad post. I've never seen a horse get so many first over drives as him in my life, I don't think. I always kind of alternated a little bit between Dave Miller and Brian Sears did the majority of the driving, and he usually won the majority of the time, but I usually was always like, why did you have to drive him like that again? He was just first over so many times, and he'd find a way to win no matter what.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thanks, Casey.
No problem.
Thank you, Mr. James.
Okay? You're more than welcome.
All right. Congratulations to both of you. McWicked.